Roland SP-404 MK2, the Roland Verse Lab MV1, and the MKII Force. What I'm going to do today is I have some samples chopped up in the SP-404, and I'm going to take some drums and stack them and make a drum kit and utilize the 404 to make a beat. So that's the plan for today. What's going on, guys? It's your brother O.T.G. The O.T.G's for Overtime Grind. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today we're going to get to it. So let's press record. We got that. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go search for a preset. Want to make sure we can find a kick. There we go. We on the, now here we go. We on the kit track. So we want to stack those. So what we're going to do is hit shift and pad 7 to pad link. Now we can turn the gate off. Now we have a hard hitting kick. Let's add one more. Let's add one more to give it some character. Now what we'll do is we're going to press shift and pad 7, add it to the pad link. Now we can turn the volume down. Turn the pitch down. Okay, so now that we have that, what we'll do is we'll resample to pad 14. We have our input, which is shift pad 10, to count in on weight. So now we'll hit the pad, and we have that. And we can delete these, and we'll copy this pad 14 to 13. Delete that off 14. Now we have that kick. Let's record that to pad 14. Now that we got that, let's find another crazy sounding samples, but they sound all right. So now what we're going to do is go back to our pad link, shift pad 7. We're going to hit exit, turn the gate off. And now we have to turn that one down. Okay, so now that we have that pad link, what we're going to do is resample it to pad 15. We got that. So now we're going to delete what we had pad link, copy pad 15 to the 14 spot. And now we can delete let's record that in. We'll just use those. Let's do that again. And we'll save this one right here for the bass. So now what I want to do is fix that start point. We want to come in and know what we got going on. You hear it resample, it turns on the 0 cross snap. All right, so let's go out here and go to pattern select, and let's go ahead and make a pattern. Let's put it at 4 bars. All right, we got our strength turned all the way up. We're going to press remain to go to the step sequencer. 5 and 13 most of the time for the snares. Now let's just do it real stiff. We can come back and mess with it if we don't get a good vibe. All right. We'll mess with the volume later. All right, let's exit out of there. Here we go. Time to put that work in. I like that. So we're going to notice that says 68. So this one we're going to put at 68 too. Okay. Shift undo. All right. There we go. All right, so in order to turn that up, what we're going to do is normalize. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, now that we got that going, what we're going to do is go ahead and mess with the volume. Now we can work on, we can go work on this this snare. So now we can start that, press shift, record. I might want to turn the pitch up, maybe +6. Kind of like it at 6. We'll turn the velocity down on some of these. So like right here at the beginning, we might add a snare in. Use that 7. We're gonna put it right there, excuse me. Here we go. And now we can just add that note in random places. Okay, so we got our snare in there putting in work. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to copy this over we're going to press remain. And what we're going to do is take our drums now. None of the actual beat. Well, actually we will. We'll copy the same thing over. We'll do a filter, resample a filter, and then put that on so it could play on pattern 2. You know what I mean? I think that'd probably be the smartest. Let me see. No, let's just do our normal way. So let's get it with no samples first and just get the drums. So we're going to press remain and press copy because we want to come up with another variation. Here we go. Now if we go in, okay, let's use that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay, so we got that now. We can exit out and we should be able to switch to our other beat. Now if we switch, okay, so what we could do now is press shift and record. Make sure you stay to the end. Make sure you check out everything I got in the description. You can learn a lot of this stuff. You already know what it is. Follow me at 365 O.T.G. You know, we out here putting in the work. So now let's add some kicks in. Make sure our velocity is at 127. Okay, so we got a different kick going, and now what we're going to do is press copy again, press remain, get this with just that and the clap. No hi-hats or nothing. Press escape or press remain. Press the pad, press copy. And now we got a fly switch. We switch to just the claps. Let's do one more copy. Hit remain. Just get the kick. Hit remain and the sample. And now we'll switch over. And starting from bar 3, we'll make it a 4 on the floor. Boom, boom, boom. So right here, with all of the so we'll remove those and you'll see how it sounds. And we'll leave those there, but we'll still come through. And even right here, we're still gonna add in another kick right there, so it'll give it that feel. Here we go. Okay. So we have that, and now we could go back up. So here we go. Then we can drop it down to the claps right here. All right, so now that we have that, let's actually copy that one. Let's hit remain. And we just gonna do it straight down to the claps. And now we're gonna go down. So we're gonna press copy. Here we go. So we can free this one too. Here we go. Let's do one more. Come over here. Let's just get the sample. Hit remain. Put it there. Press copy. Now we could switch it over to this one. We'll do it on this one. Here we go. Okay, so let's do hold. I'm going to press pad 13 to put my pattern chain, just to not use one. You'll understand. And I want to see how this works. So now that I have it, we're going to start with our sample with nothing, come up with the claps, switch over, switch over to B4, which is the sample and just the one kick drum. Switch over to B2, B3, sample, nope, this sample, full sample 2 times, 1 time with the claps. All right, let's see how that plays. This is how you put your patterns together. It's okay right now. That was pretty abrupt. Yeah, that was pretty abrupt, but I'm going to leave it. You know, we're doing this tutorial work, so it's no big deal. Let's get it. Not tutorial work, but, you know, we just working through it. All right, so let's exit. Let's press resample. It's a glitch now. I don't know why. This won't resample when you do it. You almost have to turn your count in off. And then come hold. There we go. Let's put the 303 vinyl sim on it. Press remain in MFX for it to stay on the screen. Let's exit and do that again. All right, let's do it again. So we'll have the MFX on. Let's go to Bus Effects 2. Let's go ahead and turn on the equalizer. Let's add like 7 in the highs, like 4 on the low, 5 so it really kick. We don't know what it's going to sound like because we still in record mode. Let's go over here, choose our pad, go to hold, choose song mode, press sub pad, and then you'll watch this button press light up and say record. Boo. Exit. Right here it says repeat current. So we got exited out again. We're going to come over here. We're going to go to our song mode. Press remain will change our repeat off. right, and now when I press sub pad, we should be good. We can always go back and redo it again. That's the plus of putting it in pattern mode instead of just mixing it down, each one of your pads down to an actual sample. You could just utilize this pattern mode method and break it down that way. And if you don't like it, you can always go back in and rechange the patterns and get the patterns the way that you want. You know, the SP is a strong method for, it's just strong in sampling. So as you notice, you know, we sampled in the Verse Lab. That sample that's playing came in through Serato. And what you're hearing now, I could play into the Kai, into the Force, and further edit the audio. I could do each channel if I wanted to, record it channel for channel. You know, I could record in effects and different things. So the cool thing about that, that's one of the reasons why I like having this setup. You know what I mean? I like having this setup too because I really like the SP, because even though people think it's limited and it's got a bunch of extra steps and a bunch of things that you gotta do, I think that in totality, when you're making a beat on it, the limitations really drive you to be kind of creative. You know, something like this, because it has so much memory, I'll keep this in the memory, you understand? And whenever I go someplace or work on another beat, I'll further work on it. I'll chop down the samples. I may add more effects to the samples. I may go back in and change the pitch of the claps. I might add in another whole hi-hat roll. We might add in an 808. Might go through and filter, add a pattern with a filter on the sample so it kind of fades to the back and doesn't seem so repetitive. It's a lot of different things that we could do. It's all up to you. It's no set way of how you use it. This is just a methodology of what I do. So now we have that. We can turn the MFX off. Those are off. And we have our beat. It looks a little crazy in the waveform. If we want it, we could turn it down. It's distorted. Something like that. So because that came in so distorted, I could use that just for a sample. You know what I mean? And what I'll do is we'll resample this again, put it on the pad next to it, press hold, and do it without the, well, let's just add the vinyl sim, and let's do it. That EQ had it too turned up, you know what I mean? And that goes just to what I was telling you, how we could just come right back. And this method, because we didn't actually dedicate to the resample, meaning that we didn't mix down our patterns with the samples and our patterns with the effects, or apply the effects to the samples, we applied it to it in totality, and then what we got we didn't like when we printed, and we still had something to go back to work with. So understand, this is part of different thought processes and things you got to make when you are producing. Nobody could tell you what to do. It's really up to you. You know, for me, this is the way that I go. I could just show you a way, and it's up to you if that's the way you want to utilize. But if you didn't know that that was a way that existed, now you have an extra step to put in your mental Rolodex when you're making beats. Part of us being producers is being creative, so understanding that, okay, before I just delete that other sample, I could keep it. The distortion sounds crazy, but it might not sound bad layered up. It might not sound bad with some kind of effect. And then we switch from this beat to that beat. There's a plethora of things that we could do, you know, and utilize that in a lot of different ways. It's just as big as our imagination is. You get it? We going hard to the end of the year, bro. I might do a video every day until the end of the year, just flexing on different things and giving you guys late night. You know, it's like 3 in the morning. Like 3 in the morning, you know, trying to take care of your family and do different things. That's where this producing and creating comes in and gives you an avenue to kind of create and release any hidden stress or anything that you have going on, you know what I mean? Also gives you a chance to focus, because sometimes when you are focusing so much on work or whatever other things, you can overthink it. The ability to get into something, that's why we spend so much time on our hardware, because the ability to hop on here and have some of it be muscle memory and some of it require thinking in real time, it can unlock other things for you, trust me. All right, so now we got that. Let's listen. That waveform looks crazy too. Let's hear how it sounds. It's pounding, but that's cool. And there it is, guys. Inshallah, you found some value in this video. Hopefully you learned some new techniques. You've seen how when I do it, no edits, you see how sometimes you'll run across problems. You gotta just work through it. You know, try different things. This is the value of knowing your machine. And this is the Roland SP-404 MK2. You know, the drums came from the Verse Lab. And I have a bunch of drums on the SP, but if I'm sitting here and I have other equipment around with other sounds, you know, just how you see me stack those sounds via pad link, that is a way that you can create all kinds of sounds and really merge some stuff quickly on the SP-404 MK2. So make sure you check out everything that's in the description. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. Make sure that you check me out on all platforms at 365 O.T.G. It's your brother.